Happy New Year from all of us here at ShowZone. 2024 is here, which means that MLB The Show 24 is almost here as well. Of course, the big question is,
when will that be? Soon enough. That's not soon enough.
so when can we expect a release date? And which consoles will MLB The Show 24 be available on? Before we make a guess, let's quickly dive into the history of MLB The Show release dates. Based on MLB The Show's release history, March typically seems to be the month that most games get dropped. So we've got a couple months of waiting still. The earliest that they have ever dropped a game has been in February 2006 and 2007. And although the odds of getting the game in February are next to impossible, imagine how sick a spring training series would be, featuring minor leaguers that are popping off and grinding to make their way onto a roster spot. The only time that a game is dropped outside of March is when there is a shift of console generations. So, for example, around the time when the PlayStation 3 was debuted, MLB 07 The Show, yeah, that's what it was called, was released for PlayStation 2 and PlayStation Portable in February of 2007, but wasn't released for PlayStation 3 until May of that year. Which made sense back then because more time was needed to develop the game for the new console. After the dust settled with the PS3, the release date went back to March and continued to be in March from MLB 08 The Show all the way until MLB 13. However, during the PlayStation 4 era, we see MLB 14 get released in April of 2014 for PS3, while PS4 did not get access until May of that year. And then after the PS4 settled in, the game went back to its release date in March for MLB 15 all the way to MLB The Show 20. One more thing we need to consider before making a release date prediction is which consoles will MLB The Show 24 be available on. MLB The Show 17 was the first version of the game that was exclusively released for PlayStation 4, which booted PS3 from development and ended its 3-year lifespan. The first version to be featured on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S was MLB The Show 21, which means that we're approaching the 3-year mark. So does this mean that PS4 is getting the boot?
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Documents released in 2022 state that Sony's reported install base was 117 million units at the time, meaning that there were 117 million PS4s across the world. And this doesn't mean that 117 people were playing the show, obviously, or it wouldn't take me 20 minutes to get into a ranked game. But the numbers are obviously large enough to stretch the game for one more year before Sony stops publishing games on PS4 in 2025. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. With all of these things taken into consideration, our prediction is that MLB The Show 24 will release on March 26th, 2024, with early access beginning on Friday, March 22nd. The game will be available for PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S, and feature 2 different athlete covers for previous gen and next gen versions. For more about the release date breakdown, be sure to go check out the full article at ShowZone.gg. I'll leave a link in the description below. And that's that. When do you think MLB The Show 24 will be released? Drop your prediction in the comments below, and if you guess it correctly, one of you will get free access to a ShowZone PRO Diamond membership. What's included in a ShowZone Pro membership? Go check it out for yourself by visiting ShowZone.gg. And once again, I'll leave a link in the description below. While you're there, be sure to check out some of the amazing tools and features that you cannot find anywhere else, like the player database, card flipping tool, collection tracker, mini games, and way more. It all starts at ShowZone.gg.